So now I'm going to be predicting Atlanta's schedule. Panthers week 1, Bryce Young's very first starting game as an NFL player. I'm going to take Atlanta. This is a vastly improved defense, improved the quarterback. I don't care what anybody says. Desmond Ridder is better than Mariota, and I think he'll be a solid player, top 15 quarterback. I feel like with all the weapons it has, it's really going to alleviate Desmond Ridder, even if he were to be like limited as a player, which I think he's limited in some facets, but people don't really credit him as an athlete. You know, the guy ran a 4.5. He's a smart player. He's a hardworking player. Obviously, that doesn't always mean success, but it means for an opportunity. And I wish fans would just give him a chance first. Because you got to remember, last year, can that really count? First of all, he was a third-round pick. He's a rookie. And his best option was Drake London, another rookie. Now he gets Kyle Pitts. Now he gets Bijan Robinson. It's just a completely different offense. I expect an even better offensive line. And it's a year 2. I really think he's going to have a solid, at the very minimum, a solid season. Week 2, we have the Packers. Packers are a bit of a coin toss to me. I think that their potential is limited to their quarterback. I mean, we're in the same boat. So it's pretty much I feel like that'll be a coin toss game. They have a solid defense. I mean, to me, their offense doesn't really scare me. A.J. Dillon is not Derrick Henry 2.0. Aaron Jones is only getting older, but he is a talented player. I love that guy. And then at wide receiver, what do they have? They added weapons, but they're all rookies, you know? Christian Watson, he's their best player. And it seemed like last year he just got going, and every single time he caught a ball, it was for a 6. In the grand scheme of things, I'm just not really afraid of this offense. You know, so I'm going to chalk this one up as a win. So that leaves Atlanta at 2-0. Week 3, now this is going to be a good game. I'm a big fan of that Lions team. This Detroit Lions team is on the rise. Yes, they didn't make the playoffs, but they were still a solid team. They finished the season 9-8. Jared Goff looks really good in this offense. Ben Johnson, their offensive coordinator, is a talented play caller. Big fan of him. This will probably be his last year in Detroit because I'm sure he's going to be getting head coaching offers after this season. Amon-Ra St. Brown. They just added Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. This is just a tough, well-coached, and I think this is going to be a hard-fought game. I'm going to say that they get this win because I just don't want to be so biased and say win, you know, because I could easily do that. Then we have another tough game. This one's going to be in London against the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence is that guy. He is him. I like what they're doing down there in Jacksonville. And this is Doug Peterson. This is another well-coached team, good offense. And this is another year under Trevor Lawrence, and he just keeps getting better. So, but this is the thing. I think there are going to be those games where it could go either way, and some of them will go our way. Some of them won't go our way. I'm going to say, for the sake of my bias, obviously, as a Falcons fan, I'm going to say we sneak this one. So that leaves us at 3-1. 5, we got the Texans. This is a team that's on the rise, but I'm going to say that's a win. This is going to be their first year under DeMeco Ryans, so they're not going to have it all together, of course. And they still don't have all the pieces. And I think our team has more of the puzzle figured out. Commanders whooped our ass last year. I think it's more of an even battle this year. I mean, because that Commanders team is tough. Their defense is good. But they're one of those teams, some days they have it. Some days they can beat anybody when they bring it. But other days they just come flat and they can lose to anybody. It depends on what team shows up. I'm going to just say we lose this just because, you know, I don't want to be unrealistically optimistic. Okay, week 7, we got the Bucks. Last year they were abysmal. That week where Grady Jarrett got that sack revoked due to penalty. This is the thing. If they're going to fine players for hits, they need to find referees for those calls because that literally costed them a game. That call was atrocious. If that was a Saints game, if that was a Bucks game, like if this was called against those teams, I would still be saying the same thing because it's just bad for the game as a whole. They love to find players for all these little dumb things. I remember Odell wore like a rollie one year. If they want to find players for doing simple stuff like that, they need to find referees for literally ruining a game. Week 7, we take that dub. I don't need to get into it. That team's a mess. Week 8, Tennessee. Will Levis, Ryan Tannehill, doesn't matter. I'm not afraid of it. Derrick Henry is the team. This is the Tennessee Henrys. He make or breaks that team. And if they can neutralize them, which I think they can, because what do they have to worry about over the top? with Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell, Jeff Okuda, I'm not sweating it. So with that said, Titans, we beat you. Week 9, Vikings. Another game that could go back and forth. This could be a good one. I feel like as it stands, I'd say Atlanta's pretty much on pace with the Vikings. They're a good team. I don't know if they're a great team. So this game could go either way. I'll say we take it. Cardinals, another team that's a mess, figuring it out, rebuilding. We're not rebuilding anymore. Still adding pieces, but we're not in the rebuild. So with that said, another W. Saints, these are always tough games. Doesn't matter what their record is, doesn't matter what our record is. So for the sake of being realistic, I'll say that we drop one, but we get one. I'm not saying we lose this week. Maybe we win this one, we lose the one later down the line. They swept us last year, though. I'll just say that. We need to get our revenge. It's always good to sweep the Saints. Then you got the Jets. This is probably the toughest defense we'll face. This will be a battle in the trenches. Our O-line is good, very good, and their D-line is good, very good. This is going to be a hard-fought game, and again, as it stands for now, I guess I'll give them a slight edge. I'll give it like a 60-40, just because last year their defense was amazing. And now they have Aaron Rodgers, second-year Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. We don't know what version of Breece Hall we'll get, because obviously last year he was tearing it up until his ACL tear. Some players come back, and it's no problem. Other players come back, and it's a problem for a while. You look at J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards. Man, I had both of them on my fantasy team, and they were wrecking me for a while. And I'm a big J.K. Dobbins fan, by the way, and I hope this year he's back to normal. But anyway, we don't know what Breece Hall we're going to get. Again, because I don't want to be so unrealistic about our record, I'll say we drop this one. Bucks, back to win. Now, they don't even have the best quarterback to ever play, so I'm supposed to be scared of them? Then we have the Panthers again. Over these past couple years, I feel like Atlanta's had their number. I don't even worry about playing the Panthers. We usually whoop them. Calvin Ridley would have field day against the Panthers. I'm going to say this is a win. Sorry, Panthers fans. Colts, another rookie quarterback we're playing against. Who knows if he'll have it figured out by this time. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. This is not a team that really scares me. They were a mess last year. If our defense plays up to their potential, I just don't really see the Colts beating Atlanta. So I'm going to say Atlanta gets back in the win column here. Chicago, they almost beat us last year with a hobbled Justin Fields. If Justin Fields doesn't go out for a while, or if he's not hobbled, if he's running full speed, he's not sore from that last game where he absolutely butchered the Lions, he probably does the same thing to us. Yeah, they made improvements, but I just think, again, we're better. So that's a win. And then we finish out the season with the Saints, where obviously I said we drop one, but we win one. So I don't, take your pick. We lose this one or we win this one. So a 12-5 season. Honestly, I'd say that's our ceiling, 12-5. I would say our floor, I'd say 9-8. I just think this is too good of a team. You're telling me they can't get 9 wins out of this? They're playing how many rookie quarterbacks this year? And with the easiest schedule, and this team is going to be very good, offensively at the very least. I know all my fellow Falcons fans, we are praying that this defense lives up to the potential, because we have not had a good defense in so many years. We have had pretty mediocre defenses for the past damn near 2 decades. Terry Fontenot's finally the guy to clean it up, and I'm so grateful for Terry Fontenot. So yeah, 12-5 season, that obviously means playoffs, and I could see us definitely winning at least one playoff game. Even if Atlanta got knocked out, first round, that's a win of a season to me. Obviously, you never hope for that. You don't just go, we made it to the playoffs. All right, sick. Obviously, you want them to go all the way and win it all, of course. But if they don't, I think making the playoffs would be a big feat to prove that Desmond Ridder can be the guy. I think this is finally the time Atlanta gets back to the playoffs. It's been a long damn time. I really think this is a different team, and I'm really excited for this upcoming season. So let me know your prediction, and I appreciate you, and I hope you continue to watch. Thanks.